More often than not, I am encouraging parents to push gradually, consistently over time, while also having conversations about finding a balance. So I think we want to gather a little bit more information from our child or adolescent when we're thinking about accommodation. An example would be with school, right? So if our child or adolescent is saying, I feel so anxious going to school, I don't want to go, I'm constantly worried about judgment from peers at school, I don't want to go. This is an area where I would recommend and talk to parents about pushing. The other piece here is I think it's helpful to talk about modeling the behavior you want to see. So if our children or adolescents see us getting anxious and our response is to avoid or to pull away or to say, I'm feeling really overwhelmed by this and therefore I'm not going to do it, then that's a little bit of a mixed message if then we're saying to our child or adolescent, the expectation for you though is to do it, right? So I think it can mean just taking a look in general about how anxiety is managed at home for all of us. When we talk about accommodation, I think just a general definition here is anything that we do to try and ease or alleviate our child or adolescent's anxiety. So accommodation would be participating in safety behaviors. This would look like saying, okay, you're too overwhelmed to go to school today, let's just take it off the table, or picking them up early from school if they're texting, saying, I need to get out of here, or even just letting them go late, or consistently avoid situations where anxiety is present. What we know about accommodation is it's a slippery slope, it's a vicious cycle. The more accommodation we provide, the more our children and adolescents want it and expect it. So they rely on the accommodation to quote unquote manage their symptoms. And I say quote unquote because it's a false sense of management, right? We know that once they receive the accommodation, maybe their anxiety decreases for a period of time. And then, of course, the anxiety reappears. They seek the accommodation to help manage the anxiety, and the cycle goes on. The over-reliance on accommodation also, again, models that we don't think that they're able to sit with or manage that distress on their own. And we want to model that, yes, this is overwhelming, this is scary, and we believe that you can do it. And so this is where we might, intervene with some coping skills or maybe being creative. Is it something that you feel like you could do for 10 minutes? Is it something that you're willing to try knowing that I will come back and get you at 1:15 or whatever that